Senior level bronze. Standing in his way, Serbia, Hetik CABOLOV, looking for his third world medal. Serbia, Azerbaijan, 74 kilos. First of two bronze medal matches in this Olympic weight. Turan BAYRAMOV, cadet world champ way back early in his career, 2016, won a couple of junior world bronze medals along the way. Near miss a couple of years ago at the senior world championships. Azerbaijan coming out in the blue, the red represented by the crowd favorite, Hetik CABOLOV, 31 years old. Couple of world championship medals in the past. You know, Erica, you go back to your experience. This is an individual sport, but it sure is fun when you're in that tunnel and you hear your fellow countrywoman, countrymen get announced as a medal winner, and you hear the results, and you're watching the results back there with the TVs. What type of momentum does that give you as you're waiting on deck or in the hole to come out?
Yeah, it's an incredibly powerful feeling knowing that someone that you've been on that journey with has had that success. And, you know, in the past I've had training partners and friends, my best friends, compete at the Olympic Games. And so it's really this fulfilling feeling of like, they can do it, I can do it too as well. So it'll be great to see if CABOLOV can continue to ride the Serbian momentum into this match.
Halfway point, first period, no score. We will get a stoppage, and the warning will go to Azerbaijan here with BAYRAMOV. He gets put up onto the 30-second shot clock.
Now, neither of these Serbian athletes do train full-time in Serbia. We've seen CABOLOV training around the world lately. We know Micic calls Chicago Galaxy home, his new club. And so it is an interesting distinction.
As we watch this weight class, and again, these bronze medal matches, always significant, but boy, they just take on greater significance in an Olympic year as you secure your country's quota. I'm curious, from your experience, you walk away here with one of those automatic spots for the Olympics. How do you prepare your calendar then moving ahead as you get closer to August in Paris, as far as staying sharp, training, and getting competition in?
Yeah, really great question. In fact, at the 2019 World Championships, I missed out on qualifying in the final seconds of the quarterfinal. And so I have never been in that privileged position of having an Olympic quota spot. I guess an interesting thing is in the pandemic, for the 2020 Olympic Games, I qualified the day the world shut down, March 13th. And so again, I had that experience of having about 18 months to prepare and qualify for an Olympic Games. A very unique experience, because in some ways that pressure to qualify is off, so you can focus on training and preparing full time. But it's also a very extended period to stay sharp. And so that's why, you know, we have physiologists, I have an exceptional coaching team and strength and conditioning team that prepared me perfectly for that Olympic run in 2016 and through the challenges of 2020. And so it's a really interesting challenge to be in. And like you said, there's 3 stages to this Olympic qualification period here at the World Championships, continental qualifiers early next year, and then 1 single last chance qualifier. And, you know, it's always better to have that quota spot in your back pocket and worry about competing at the Olympic Games rather than trying to get to that last chance qualifier, because we know that is incredibly difficult. And so both of these men here have their work cut out for him. And as we mentioned, the loser here will be wrestling in an Olympic playoff spot at 9 p.m. local time.
This crowd starts to get into it as we begin period number 2, a 1-0 lead for CABOLOV. Oh, real quickly, you mentioned you qualified the day the world shut down with COVID. I think I was there. Was that Ottawa?
Yes.
Yeah, I was. So CABOLOV fins off the offensive shot there by BAYRAMOV.
Really great redirect and level change, but BAYRAMOV has done an amazing job again of circling, keeping his hips in, and now he has a front headlock on CABOLOV, but the referee calls it neutral, and both come back to the center of the mat.
I remember that day quite well. I thought I might become Canadian. I wasn't sure if I was going to get out of the country. I think I got on the last flight that was allowed to leave. The NCAA championships that year, we were scheduled to go down and do those. And yeah, that was a gut punch when that hit. 1-0 lead. Serbia trying to go 2 for 2 tonight here in this medal round.
So we have seen Sabalov having some great level changes, some great attempts at offense, just like this. Level change and reach in. Bayramov gets the opportunity to extend back, but we see Sabalov has that leg hooked. He needs to continue to get the angle, to readjust. This is a dangerous position for Sabalov, and the referee pauses the action and calls him up again. So that offensive effort has paid off for Sabalov, and we see Bayramov on the clock again for a second time. That is something that we do see not as often in evenly close matches like this, but now the pressure is extra on Bayramov to get a point on the board. Inside leg trip, and he gets the takedown on the clock.
Hooked up the trip beautifully, then went right to the legs, has a lace here, trying to get a little distance and separation, leading only by a point. Can he get a turn? Drops a little bit lower around the ankles. Sabalov trying to brace with all he has, and he does a good job at that. But the inside trip by Bayramov has given him the lead. How big is that? He's on the clock. He's in danger of going down 2-0, and what do you know? He whips it out, gets the lead.
And we do have a challenge that's been requested by the Azerbaijan coach. Bayramov is in the lead 2-1, but I believe they're challenging to get even more points on the board. And a great strategic decision by Azerbaijan, because not only does it give his athlete a chance to breathe, but regardless of the outcome of the challenge, his athlete will still be in the lead. So if he loses this challenge and is awarded, and Sabalov is awarded 1 point, Bayramov will still be winning 2-2 on criteria. So it's actually a very strategic challenge by the Azerbaijan team. Here's the Serbian coach looking feverishly at the clock. You can see him swallow as he watches this action. And so this is the motion that we're trying to decide. In that inside leg trip, was it a 4-point takedown? We see the on-mat official put up the 2, but it is up to the jury to make that decision. And there's the Azerbaijan coach, Olympic silver medalist himself. And here's the jury looking to make that decision. When he grabs the microphone, you know he's ready.
So a couple of things there. Was it a feet to back 4-pointer? No, they made that decision really early. And then was that action, that initial action broke? It was not. So just the 2. But like you said, Erica, no harm right there with the challenge from Azerbaijan. Sabalov needs offense in on that high C. Has him up over that left shoulder. Still driving in on that high C. Settles in for 2, and he gets the takedown. Sabalov with the lead late, inside 20 seconds to go.
He needs to continue to work on the offense because he doesn't want to get called up, but he wants to give as little time as possible. He's going for that gut wrench out of bounds. Does he get exposure? And he does! Incredible wrestling here from Sabalov. Not an Olympian, but a legend in the sport, and he's looking to punch his ticket to Paris.
A Serbian crush late. First Micic, now Sabalov with 1 second to go. And in a span of 15 minutes, Serbia qualifying 2 spots for Paris. And let's listen into this crowd. Back to back for Serbia. The 31-year-old veteran, Hetik Sabalov, now a 3-time world medalist. It's always so fun to hear the passion, not just with the fans, but with the local television commentators that we are sandwiched between the Serbian broadcast to our left. They're jumping out of the balcony about. Good stuff from Belgrade tonight.